tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, Colombian Exchange, White Rabbit Psych. Make sure you check your emails. Got a huge sale going on right now, running that sale up until Wednesday. If you signed up to the email list, please do so. If you haven't, visit colombianexchange.com, visit whiterabbitpsych.com, sign up for the email list to get discounts, updates, and news relative to me and the brand, my wife, and everything associated with the Mystic. So thank y'all for y'all continued support. Much love and appreciation. Today we going to be, in this edition of Wake and Bake, we going to be reading from Alien Parasites by, I don't know if you can get that, Lawrence Gallion. And the what we're gonna be talking about is unlimited imagination. I've been reading this book, and another book that I've been reading a lot is The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, where where we thinking about, shit is just so super important, and it's really our ideas to what we think is important, but in reality it's not as important as we think it is. So learning to like not give a fuck can be really helpful for those who give a fuck way too much than we really supposed to. So I suggest everybody read that book, and of course Alien Parasites as well. I'm gonna start reading, and dealing with some truths, man. I hope everybody is doing well on this Monday. Me personally, I just care for y'all spiritual development and spiritual growth and things of that nature. So in life, it's real easy to get caught up in a trend. It's real easy to get caught up in, like, just bullshit all the time. People go live specific to, get you to spend money with them and things of that nature, and don't really care about your spiritual development or anything like that. And for me, understanding spirituality will help you understand the matrix. Understanding the underlying root causes of life will help you get to the overall goal. And if you know that there are thugs and gangsters in real life, the reality, family, is that there are thugs and gangsters in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual community. So understanding, like, ain't nothing that a person can do that you could just be like, okay, I trust this person. I mean, a person can give you money, right? People know all of the tactics in 2023 for you to drop your guards. And when you drop your guards, they generally are on the attack because, as chosen ones, we don't know who we are. And so we got to really begin to question the people in our lives, and then question the way that they make us feel or the way that we process things, and get into the point of unlimited imagination. Because in 2023, something about revelation, which is just revealing that which is hidden, that energy is really tough. And it could be people that mean you wrong, but the revelation will unfoil the plot. So you don't know the reality is this, right? You will never be able to get into nobody's mind and understand what they thinking. But what you can do is begin to, like, move accordingly and really deal with the protection of angelic energies to protect you from the demonic energies. Because what tends to happen is, if you don't have any spiritual protection or spiritual understanding, these demonic entities really attack you. Um, because, say for instance, you have a loving heart and you have a husband or a wife or a child or a mother or a father who is possessed by a demonic entity or possessed by an alien parasite. What we think is that our love is going to cure what ails us in the midst of the relationship. But the reality is that that parasite is not thinking about that. Parasite wants you to think that. Because then if you think that love and compassion and caring is going to pull you through, then that's the mentality that the parasite wants you to have. Because you can have this mentality the whole way through, and that parasite is not bringing anything to you and just simply taking from you. So we read in Alien Parasites, Alien Alien Parasites. That's what we read in, and we read in part 16. This is page 197, and part 16 is titled Unlimited Imagination. Unmask evil by revealing its roots. So this is very important. Sometimes we can get so caught up in why things aren't working out for us as a result, instead of dealing with the demonic root or the parasitic root to our energy. This is just something that I've experienced. I've always had people latch on to my energy for whatever reason. Well, I can't say for whatever reason today. I can say because when you don't see the value in yourself, then that just puts you in a vulnerable position to be leached off of, to be parasited off of. It's just like we just relinquish our energy so freely and don't have any boundaries or any evaluation of who we are as individuals. And then we create the relationship with evil. So unmask evil by revealing its roots. The divine human imagination is the source of all reality. In fact, all battles are fought on the field of imagination. And this was the post that I just did on Instagram, probably like on Sunday or Saturday, where negative emotions are emotions that you feel internally that you feel justified in having, but the reality is you should battle that, right? You should battle negative emotions. You shouldn't justify it and say, well, he cheated, right? She cheated. She busted my windows open. She did this, she did that, because that resentment, it opens you up for demonic possession. So it was one thing that happened that you didn't get over. And then maybe two things that happened that you didn't get over. 50 things that happened that you didn't get over. Now you a whole demonic entity with horns growing out your head, ready to cause destruction and mayhem because you can't get over the past. Because you realize, you don't realize, right? Now we live in 2023. And what we see is millions of people or thousands of people, I've never did the numbers, say, I'm a boy when they're not a boy. I'm a girl when they're not a girl. But instead of people saying, hey, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? People say, you know what? I think she a girl. I think she a boy. Damn right, you a boy. You a girl. This is what people are doing. Whether you like it, whether you against it, whether you disagree with it or not, people believe in their mind that they are something, and somehow, some way, the world is facilitating that belief. Now, what tends to happen is that we look at these things and we wag our finger and say, that's not right. This is messed up. The world is coming to an end. But the counterintuitive thing one should be doing is start to believe what the fuck they are. Listen, if Billy think that he Billy Sue, I really don't give a fuck. I honestly don't care. I don't care because everything that I know about life has been taught to me. Because I have a penis don't mean that it's a penis. It could be called a magic whooping stick for all I know. Motherfuckers just called it a penis and I agreed that is a penis. It could be called a daffodil for all I know. It could be called a whippoorwilly. I don't know what it's called, honestly, but we gonna call it a penis. It's a penis. You gonna say I'm a boy because I got a penis? Then, well, I believe that because it makes sense to me, but I don't actually know that. Because if I was in Spanish, you'd be calling me mijo. And I wouldn't know what a boy was. And if you called me a boy and I was from Spanish, I'd be like, I guess my name is boy. If you tell me my name is boy, my name is boy. So what I'm trying to say is that the imagination is the end all be all. So in reference to the imagination, think about the things that you are angry about. One's in the chat if this conversation makes sense. One's in the chat if you can understand what I'm saying, because, you know, it might make sense intellectually, but we're going to dive down the rabbit hole, and it got to make sense emotionally. It got to make sense physically. It got to make sense spiritually, because you can't just say, well, I'm hex. You can't just say I'm depressed. You can't just say, I'm in a lot of pain, because the imagination, this is where you got to really do your fights at. This is where you really got to do your battles at. In fact, all battles are fought on the field of imagination. Imagination is Albert Einstein pronounced. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world, Albert Einstein said. Through humanity's innate creativity, worlds upon worlds are created. Now, we can know this by searching on YouTube. Every day, 50 million videos are created on this platform. 50 million videos are created on this platform, right? 50 million. You can't even think of that every day. You can't even fathom how many ways. So it's so much information on YouTube that each and every person can have their own very own content creators that they fuck with, and none of it could be overlapped. So where a person, you could be just this person online that just speak to one person or 10 people or 100 people, and you maxed out like that. And this is a beautiful thing, because you could be talking to nobody. So these platforms are amazing and beautiful and brilliant, but they're worlds on top of worlds on top of worlds. There is no limit to creativity. In reference to the thing in each age bracket, they got content for little babies. They got content for 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 15-year-old black boys, 16-year-old Asian girls with a slant towards K-pop and hip hop. It's just, the possibilities is endless when you think about the imagination and what you can do in life. Now, I really want y'all to think about the limitations for which, where are you limited in how you imagine your life? And this could be finances, right? Somebody could say, I'm real bad at finances. This could be love. A person can say, I have a real bad trouble with women. I have trouble with women. I have trouble manifesting love in my life. I have trouble with men, things of that nature. So the process of imagination alleviates all of that. Because I always imagine myself to be Mac Daddy Smooth. You feel me? Mac Daddy Smooth magic with a double dose of cinnamon. I just be imagining that I'm the just coolest nigga in the world, for real. And it's a damn shame if a bitch don't want to fuck with me. Like, I be imagining some real fly player shit. And I know I'm nowhere close to my imagination, but it leads me in the right ballpark and right vicinity. It's a very powerful thing. And I like make music, and I really into like making music or music creation. And that's all imagination. It's 1,000,000% imagination. And this is what trips you out about like people like Young Thug and just various rappers, to whereas you don't necessarily know if they actually killers and they steppers and things of that nature, but you do know if you out here catching bodies, you're gonna do 20 to life. So, a rapper might be a whole serial killer throughout his music career, but never go to jail, not one day in his life. The imagination is crazy. Scarface, Denzel Washington, Training Day, all examples of imagination. But you talk to niggas about Alonzo, Y'all niggas know who Alonzo is. We all know who the fuck Alonzo is. We be like, damn, why they do Alonzo like that? Them Russians fucking killed Alonzo. We be knowing that shit. We be like, Pelican Bay don't got, like, that's more real. Niggas be acting like the people that's on TV is more real. Another part of imagination. If a famous actor, actress somehow transition, motherfuckers gonna be posting that transition. And if it was they damn close family relative, you would never even know. They'll fucking they would never post it, or they'll suffer in silence type shit. But when it comes to a celebrity, because the imagination is much more powerful, you figure, yeah, you might chill with your uncle a time or two. He might share you some wisdom, might cook you a plate or two. But you listened to Amy Winehouse when you was in a deep depression. You didn't go to your uncle for that. So when Amy Winehouse transition, that's gonna affect you way more impactfully than your uncle transition, because you spent more time with her in the place that's way more important in your imagination. If what I'm saying is making sense, let me know. If what I'm saying is not making sense, let me know. One's in the chat if what I'm saying is making sense. Like the video if you haven't liked the video. That's very important to share the message and grow the channel and grow the platform. I feel as though if you watch a platform, you would want that platform to grow so you could kind of experience the growth of a platform with other people and build community. One of the easiest things you could do if you watching this video this far, enjoying the content, enjoying what I'm saying, enjoying the message that I'm delivering, is simply like the video. If you want to be real sexy and add a little pizzazz to it, share it on your Instagram story with an added link. You understand what I'm saying? But share the message. I'll do the best that I can to share the message. May 20th, May 21st, we'll be at the Detroit Hoodoo Festival. Me and my lovely wife continuing the work that we do in the community. But beyond that, I'm going to need y'all help. Like the video, share the video. It literally take you 3 seconds, not even 3. It's not even a second. It's like 0.5 millisecond to go bloop. Like, bro, like the video. Really do appreciate it. Gotta find where I'm at. Okay. Listen to this. Through humanity's innate creativity, worlds upon worlds are created. Every day, one passes through innumerable worlds. This idea may seem strange at first, but consider how often you can change a day that appears to be a total disaster to a day that is rewarding, simply by changing how you are imagining the day. Human beings love to label things, and days are no different. If you experience a series of unpleasant events on your daily commute to work, you frequently declare, "This day is awful. I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning." And through these prophetic words, you have just created the day you are now living. Everything will go wrong just as you prophesize. Imagine you are having an argument with your sweetheart or spouse. You are angry and you begin to wonder, maybe you should break off the relationship or end a marriage. Very important sentence right here. Very important sentence right here. I'm going to read this sentence again. You are angry. No, imagine you are having an argument with your sweetheart or spouse. You are angry and you begin to wonder if maybe you should break off the relationship or end a marriage. Think about that. Think about imagining some shit. Maybe I should, because, and then things just start to happen. It start to get worse. Maybe a year ago you said maybe I should end this relationship, but you wasn't feeling like really ending this relationship. You just planted the seed. But then everything that happened in I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Not in conclusion, but it's me. But imagine like you're doing everything that you can do to like make the relationship work, versus you planting that seed to say, I think that the relationship should end. So everything that happens to make the relationship work, since there is no seed for that, it doesn't even get watered, right? So you would have never even knew if you and your baby daddy would have worked out. You would have never even knew because the seed of breakup and end, it obviously was planted, watered, fertilized, protected, nurtured until it blossomed, until it's fuck you nigga, I don't need you, get the fuck out of my house, this is the last time you gonna cheat on me, this is the last time you gonna disrespect me, it's already over, I blocked you, I got a new key to the apartment, your clothes is outside, come pick up your clothes, don't call me no more, don't text me no more, I'm done with you. That shit didn't happen overnight, sis. That shit did not happen overnight, bro. If it ever got to a point, like, I'm never surprised at a girl taking a nigga to the cleaners. Never surprised. Never, ever, ever surprised. Because the seed had been planted a long time ago. It just get watered, nurtured, fertilized, protected from vermin, rodents, herbivores, until it blossoms completely. And the ill part about it, if the imagination was to just be a polygamous, blissful relationship, what if the imagination was to be, I'm going to treat this man like a king? You say, peace, king. Okay, let's Google some shit. Kings, mistresses, concubines. Well, I ain't mean king like that, hood. I meant king in the sense of, damn, what did I mean king in the sense of? I mean, what is the feature of a king? Well, I can't handle that. I can't deal with that. You imagining that. And I'm not even trying to gaslight you into no shit either. I'm just literally, and you know, some dudes can imagine, like it's literal dudes that's bisexual out here. So they can imagine sharing you with other men for real, for real. It's all about having the same active imagination toward the same mutual goals. If you put it out there that you wanted multiple husbands and created the energy and ambiance and the platform and the community for you to facilitate a healthy relationship, develop language and vocabulary and powwows and sacred circles of open and honest communication of having multiple husbands, you can have it. But if you also imagine something completely different, then you wouldn't actually put the steps in to make it work. So whatever it is, monogamy, don't be saying peace king. Don't be trying to get with no king. Get you a motherfucking peasant. Get you a serf. Get you a toolsman, a tradesman. Get you a bus driver. Get you a nigga that have a hard time getting hoes. And tell him from the gate, if you cheat on me, I'm taking you to the cleaners. Don't even worry about it. I got child support on speed dial. I got my lawyer on speed dial. I'm taking you all the way up. If you cheat on me, you a damn bus driver. You not a king. Did I say peace king to you this morning, nigga? No, I did not. I said, good morning, bus driver. Know your role, know your place in society. It's hierarchy. Now, if you're saying peace king, I want a king. He coming with mistresses and concubines. Just choose your words carefully is all I'm saying. Because a nigga's active imagination is to be surrounded with hoes. Some out there somewhere, his imagination is to be just laying in the bed. And I ain't saying that this person is me. Ones in the chat, I'm not saying that this person is me at all. But it's a person out there like that. So make sure that y'all have the kind of same aligned imagination. Imagine you are having an argument with your sweetheart or spouse. You are angry and you begin to wonder if maybe you should break off the relationship or end the marriage. Maybe you go for a walk by yourself to a chapel or a wooded area to pray and seek guidance. Suddenly, you feel your heart break in a sudden rush of compassion for your loved one. You wonder why you are even fighting. You cannot remember the reason, or if you do, everything suddenly falls into perspective and you realize that the issue really amounted to very little when viewed from all-encompassing perspective of all the beautiful things that your loved one has done for you. What happened? Your walk, the appearance of the chapel or forest, changed your world. So this is what I've been doing daily, going to nature and walking after my workout, because it's going to help you mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, energetically, health wise. There's so many benefits to going out into nature. There's so many solutions to going out into nature that it's clear that a nigga that's struggling with life just don't take walks in the park for real. Because you ain't never seen a nigga taking walks in the nature park, a state park, then coming to the realization that they struggling with life. Do y'all know that? Do you know it's a such thing as a sanitarium where people who had real serious chronic illnesses, had just gotten over like real serious surgeries, you know where people would take them? They would take them to sanitariums. Now, where are sanitariums at? Sanitariums are knee deep in forests. Why? Because it was known and understood back in the day, not too long ago, 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s even, back in the day, that nature was a natural healer. And that we knew that society, going to work every day, working in the factories, it created neurasthenia. It literally shut down your nerves. It literally shut down your chakras. So everybody that you talk to, you like, hey, chakras, what the fuck are you talking about? It's money and it's attractiveness. It's surface level shit with a lot of people. And the way that this internet is set up, it's only going to fuck up your mind. It's only going to fuck up your head. You got to be so strong mentally. You got to actually have a place to go outside of the internet for relief. Sometimes people think like, okay, I'm going to get off of TikTok and get on my Mind app and meditate. I'm going to get off my Mind app, go to Netflix and watch TV. After Netflix, I'm going to go to HBO Max, and then I'm back to Instagram, Facebook. And you're doing all of this on your phone. You're doing all your work on your phone, on your laptop. But your real work is in nature. Your real activation, your real connection is in nature. And if a nigga don't do that, under any circumstance, I don't give a fuck what you going through, you're going to feel disconnected from life. You're going to feel disconnected from the abundance of the world. If you in your house, working from home, going from home to your job every day, and not going on your lunch break to take a walk into nature, or on your days off, or when you off of work. I work full-time jobs and made it to nature every damn day. A job ain't an excuse. Nothing is an excuse in reference to what you gonna do after you get off of work. Eat, watch TV, do a whole bunch of shit, whatever the fuck. What you gonna do before work? Chill out, watch TV, relax. I gotta go in at 2, so I'm gonna just chill out. No, wake your ass up. Go to a state park. If you in America, you in a motherfucking state. Google state park near me. It's a state park in 20 miles away from every nigga that I'm talking to right now. Every white person that I'm talking to right now. Every Asian American, Sinhalese person I'm talking right now. If you in America, in less than 20 minutes, you can find a state park to get into, to walk to. Or else talk about how life is kicking your ass. Or else talk about how, how you thinking about some shit and you can't think about no other shit. And how depressed you feel, how crazy it feel. Oh, somebody revealed some shit to you and now you feel a certain type of way about it and you don't have no solution. It's problems that's going to come in your life that you can't even do shit about. And if you know you can't do shit about it, It's gonna drive you crazy until you take a walk into the fucking park and you realize this whole fucking forest, I ain't have shit to do with it. Everything in this bitch, I ain't have nothing to do with it, and it's immense and it's a mass. And you stay in the fucking nature for 2 hours at least, an hour and a half to 2 hours to heal your brain. It's not natural to not be in nature. It's called nature. Nature, natural. Do y'all see how those work? Ones, if you see how nature and natural connect as the same type of word. Nature and natural is the same type of word. So everything outside of that would fall into the category as unnatural or not nature. I snapped out of it. What did they snap out of? They snapped out of a hypnotic trance. When you say I want to break up with my girlfriend, when you say I'm having trouble making money, when you say I can't get my life together, when you say I'm fucking up, you are stuck in a hypnotic trance and everything around you is going to stimulate you into that hypnotic trance. Y'all watch people online and try to emulate these people online, not y'all specifically, but you will see it. You will have a friend that got 200 fucking followers talking about she a fucking influencer. She trying on shit from Sheen. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck? You just a regular chick. Everybody ain't supposed to be no damn influencer. Y'all gotta understand, the internet come after the shit you do in real life. The internet is perfect for if you do some shit in real life, you talk about it, post it, share it with other people, let people know my CD is coming out. My name Chris. I just did a dope beer can cover, some shit you ain't never seen before. It's selling out of the stores. It's already happened in real life. It's cool to share that shit. To get online and to say, I'm going to make money off of Instagram, I'm going to make money off of Sheen or Fashion Nova or all of this fucking bot shit, these fucking bot ass brands, use a fucking, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work. And what you are doing, what the fuck are you doing? What's your end goal? What's your exit strategy? What type of bitch bought clothes, tried them on, and showed motherfuckers? Like, at the end of the day, if you gonna wear clothes, wear them shit out and about, and that be your fucking day. We all buying clothes. It's a news flash to you. We all think we can fucking dress. We all think we got a little style and panache. Be looking dusty as fuck, but we all think we killing it out here. We think we putting that shit on. We all think that to a certain lesser or greater degree. That's why influencer culture is insanity. Unless you an influencer, meaning that you've been online and grinding since 2015 or before. If you came in after that, I'm sorry, baby, it's too late. Unless you got signed with a fucking digital marketing agency that's going to post you 20 times a day on various platforms, going to edit your videos, going to color grade your videos to market standards, because 50 million videos is being posted a day on YouTube alone. TikTok, Instagram, all of this shit, content. So the best thing you could do is do some shit in real life. And if you decide to post it, that's cool. But if you don't post it, guess what? You did something worthwhile. You did something that's going to benefit your spirit in your life. Don't imagine that a person is living for the fame off the internet. Have a business. Promote your business online. But don't use a fucking app as your business plan or your way of making money. Who could I talk to on YouTube about, am I getting my proper impressions or whatever the case may be? I can't. So in reference to trying to make money off of YouTube, I mean, it might work. Like, I have made money off of YouTube. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, it's not something that I'm going for. It's nothing that I ever tried to do. And I feel like if you ever go and make content, you should make content because You're not trying to make money. You just doing it because you got the time and space and energy to be creative and to share and let people know what's going on with you in real life. And usually that's usually a wake up call for a nigga who not doing shit. So it's like, today I drunk some E4, some goddamn 40 ounce, and I watched the game. That's not going to be interesting content. So whatever you decide to learn and get better at, and actually get better at, you can teach and help people to get better at something. The trick to content creation, this is what I learned in some weird class that I probably paid too much money for. All you got to do is be 2 steps ahead of the people that's listening. So this is why a person can come up with how to cook a chicken sandwich. And you like, bitch, you don't know how to cook a chicken sandwich? You might know how to cook a chicken sandwich, but to a nigga who don't know how to cook a chicken sandwich, this video is the holy grail of how to cook a chicken sandwich now. Cause like, so in that, you know how to do things. You know how to help people. You know how to share. You know how to give. So this is much different and much better than keeping an idea on like, I really should break up with this girl. You know, people getting readings and stuff like that, they'd be like, man, I'm having trouble with my wife. You know, a year later, yeah, we divorced. Not even realizing that this whole year you have watered and kept up a hypnotic trance. That's real fucked up. And when you deal with people in real life, they could think something about you that's not true and be so indoctrinated into the false belief that you have no choice but to not deal with them. Have y'all ever dealt with somebody that was so indoctrinated into something that was not real and it made you feel uncomfortable, but you love this person too, but they believe something that's not real to you? And to add insult to injury, if you was ever to talk to them and get a lucid moment with them, they'll be like, yeah, you right. I am tripping. Yeah, I do need to stop that. We are together. I do love you. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, you know what? I can't do this shit no more. I'm out. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Your imagination is more powerful than you possibly can imagine. Thus, you need to guard it carefully and not allow it to run on automatic. Your imagination is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Thus, you need to guard it carefully and not allow it to run on automatic. Let's do this again, y'all. We're going to do this again. Your imagination is more powerful than you possibly can imagine. Thus, you need to guard it carefully and not allow it to run on automatic. A human being's subconscious mind, out of its innate creative ability, will automatically join together similar emotions, images, and thoughts. This is why when you have a particular emotion, it comes with a particular image and a particular thought, and sometimes, more than not, a particular action. When used for creative projects, this is very useful human ability. However, picturing your worst fears coming true is a misuse of your faculty of imagination. William Blake tells us, eternity in all things, and eternity independent of creation, which was an act of mercy. By this it will be seen that I do not consider either the just or the wicked to be in a supreme state. This is really powerful. It's really powerful. Eternity exists in all things, an eternity of independent of creation, which was an act of mercy. By this it will be seen that I do not consider either the just, the good, or the wicked, the bad, to be in a supreme state, but to be every one of them. States of the sleep which the soul may fall into in its deadly dreams of good and evil when it leaves paradise following the serpent. Neville Goddard, a remarkable New Thought advocate of unusually keen foresight, shared this following with his audience. Now, until you are born from above, you operate the power which gives life to this world. For the world is a dream filled with dead scenery, while you are Proteus. As you enter the scene, you cause the parts to be made alive. Not knowing this, you think that there are others and fight the shadows of your own being. It is advisable to interrupt undesirable images that appear in your mind's eye. So if you're in a relationship and you come to the crossroads of maybe you should end this relationship for no reason other than maybe you should end it, or you having some trouble, lack of conflict resolution, things of that nature, do not continue to create the image in your mind's eye of problems and troubles. Don't reflect on the past, too. You can do this by clapping your hands, singing your favorite song, moving yourself physically to another location, rearranging your furniture or decorations in your home, snapping a rubber band around your wrist, shouting stop, doing 10 push-ups, and the like. So for me, because of my personality, now it's just things that I gotta do. I gotta clean the toilet every day. I gotta work out every day or as much as possible. I gotta just work on my business. I gotta listen to like digital marketing podcasts. I gotta always, cause it's like in my mind, I wanna grow my business. And then at another point, I have like this fear of failure. But that fear of failure is actually an image or imagination of me like failing, like smoking crack or something, like, just on the corner, like I'll, twerk for food and things of that nature. And I just don't want to be a twerker for food because I can't twerk that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it came down to me twerking for food, I would probably starve because I don't feel like a person would just pay me for that type shit. So it's just like, damn, I don't want to put my mind there. So reading this, like, it helped me like double down on the activities. Like, I want to do activities that 10 years from now, you can see the growth. So if I work out every day, I listen to digital marketing podcasts every day, and I just surround myself with growing my business. Like, I want to grow my business. I just meditate on my business. It be little hoes here and there, you feel what I'm saying, taking me off the path because they be looking so good and so sexy and shit like that, and they hard to resist and shit like that, But at the end of the day, it always comes back to what I'm imagining, and because I imagine my future so hard, can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving all day. It is advisable to interrupt undesirable images that appear in your mind's eye. You can do this by clapping your hands. We already read that. Sometimes you will find yourself in a situation in which you need to interrupt the mind pattern of another person. If someone is attempting to start an argument with you, instead of responding with a counter argument or a string of expletives, perhaps bend down and begin tying your shoe. Or you may offer the other person a piece of gum. You begin to ask about a building near you and point to it. Then point to the newspaper in your head. Say forcefully, have you seen this? Have you seen this? At this moment, you have broken the negative imaginative vision. Ooh, that's so powerful. Cause y'all be dealing with y'all baby mamas and they be ready to argue with you. This is good, yo. This is good. Right before your baby mama about to start that argument. Point to the newspaper. You seen this, babe? They selling roses. Buy one, get one half off. You can give one to your sister. She be like, what? Her vision of beating your ass have been distorted. Seize the opportunity and suggest that the two of you will agree to meet tomorrow and have an enjoyable time together discussing the subject at hand. Miguel Connor's great quote: write your own gospel and live your own myth. In other words, be the author of your own fan fiction instead of the marketing, political, and religious ghostwriters hired by the wickedness in high places. I say to Miguel Connor in that quote. I say to him. Because, man, people will make you feel bad for just being you. And the reality is, we all going to the same place one day, you know? And so it's real interesting. Real interesting. So this book is on Gnosticism, right? And understanding Gnosticism, they talk about how the God of the Bible is really a bad person. And the true God is human beings and your divine inner spark. And the point of life is not to honor some imaginary God. The true point of life is not to be some image that people market to you to try to get your money and things of that nature, or deal with your pain points and things of that nature. The true point of life is to find your living soul and live through that, express yourself through that. And that is a much better reality than thinking that you need to end your relationship with your baby daddy so bad. To think that you need to, do something so drastic, so bad to get your life together, when for real, you only need to find your soul. Now, when we talk about the soul, we're talking about an imaginative concept. Not imaginative in the fact that it's not real, but imagination in the fact that that's the only way to access it. So, in order to access your soul, you gotta imagine your soul exists. And part of the soul existing is everything being on the level. I can't say positive, because that would be a lie, but things are always balanced from the energy of the soul. So you can't be caught off guard or, fucked up in too bad of a way when you're working with the soul. So that's a level of gratitude. That's a level of awareness. So part of this spiritual journey is to just simply have this level of gnosis, of knowing, right? That you are protected and you are guided along your spiritual path as long as you are doing the work of integrating your soul and listening to your soul. So this is an imaginative point. Part of our imagination is that we're imagining all the wrong things. We're imagining that our iniquities are going to lead us into the pits of hell. And one day, we're just going to be the worst person ever because that's how we feel about ourselves. And we imagine that for ourselves and generally become a self fulfilling prophecy. So, in order to get out of that, take a walk in the park. Leave your iPhone or cell phone or MP3 player in the car and just listen to the birds, listen to the wind, listen to the ocean, river, stream, and just connect and just reset and recalibrate your mind to nature. That's the natural way, right? It's very simple, very easy. Please like this video. Just wanted to do a little quick video before I hit the gym. Gotta get buff for the ladies. You feel what I'm saying? I'll catch y'all in the next video. I don't even know. It's Monday. So today is my planning day. So I'm gonna plan out my content today for the week. And I'm gonna have some shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just seen that Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't know if I want to see it again and do a breakdown of it. Probably will. Cause when I watched the movie the first time, I don't be knowing what I'll be watching. But beyond that, I'm gonna sit down, see what I want to do this week, and be back with another video. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Follow me on Instagram at The Hood Mystic. If you want to see it, it's right here on the screen.